When we talk about the emotional guidance system as shared by Esther Hicks through the teachings of Abraham, we are really talking about a simple, elegant way of understanding life. Not complicated, not mystical, not reserved for a chosen few. It is a practical, inner navigation system that every human being is born with. You don't have to earn it, study for years, or fix yourself first. It's already active, quietly offering feedback in every single moment of your life. The emotional guidance system works through your emotions, which act like indicators on a dashboard. Just as you wouldn't panic if a fuel light came on in your car, your emotions are not here to punish you. They are here to inform you. They show you whether your current thoughts are aligned with who you really are, or whether you're drifting away from your natural state of well-being, clarity, and ease. At the core of Abraham's teaching is the idea that you are source energy in a physical body. You are not broken. You are not lacking. You are not here to struggle your way into worthiness. Your true nature is joy, expansion, and love. When your thoughts match that truth, you feel good. When they don't, you feel some form of discomfort. That's the system at work, doing its job perfectly. Many people grow up learning to distrust their emotions. They're told to toughen up, ignore how they feel, or push through discomfort. But the emotional guidance system invites a completely different approach. Instead of fighting your emotions, you listen to them. Instead of judging them, you become curious. You begin to see emotions not as problems, but as guidance gently nudging you back toward alignment. Positive emotions like joy, appreciation, enthusiasm, love, and ease indicate alignment. They tell you that your thoughts are flowing in the same direction as your inner being. Negative emotions, on the other hand, signal resistance. They arise when you're thinking thoughts that contradict your deeper knowing. There is nothing wrong with negative emotion. It's simply a signal that says, you're pinching off the flow a little here. One of the most empowering aspects of this system is that it puts you back in the driver's seat. You don't need to control the world, other people, or circumstances in order to feel better. You only need to shift your relationship with your own thoughts. The moment you realize that how you feel is connected to what you're thinking, you regain access to your natural power. Abraham explains that thoughts come first, emotions come second, and manifestations come last. Emotion is the bridge between thought and reality. It's the real-time feedback that tells you whether you're heading toward what you want or away from it. When you understand this, you stop trying to fix the world and start adjusting your inner focus instead. This is where life begins to feel easier. Not because challenges disappear, but because you no longer meet them with resistance. You learn to pause, notice how you feel, and gently pivot your attention. Sometimes the shift is dramatic and sometimes it's subtle. But even the smallest improvement in how you feel changes the direction of your momentum. The emotional guidance system does not demand perfection. You're not expected to be positive all the time. In fact, forcing positivity usually creates more resistance. What matters is honesty. Where am I right now? How do I actually feel? Can I reach for a thought that feels just a little bit better? That's enough. That's how alignment happens naturally. Abraham often emphasizes that emotions exist on a scale, from despair at the lower end to joy and appreciation at the higher end. You don't jump from fear to bliss in one leap. You move step by step, from despair to anger, from anger to frustration, from frustration to hopefulness. Each step is progress and each step matters. When you start honoring this process, you become kinder with yourself. You stop criticizing yourself for feeling bad and stop pretending you feel good when you don't. You understand that every emotion has a purpose and a message, and once the message is received, the emotion naturally softens and dissolves. One of the biggest misunderstandings is the idea that circumstances create emotions. Abraham teaches that this is not true. Two people can experience the same situation and feel completely different emotions. The difference lies in the thoughts they are thinking about what's happening. Emotion is not caused by events, but by interpretation. This insight alone can be life-changing. It means you are not at the mercy of conditions. You are responding to your own perspective. And since perspective can shift, so can your emotional experience. Even when you can't change a situation right away, you can change how you relate to it, and that changes everything. The emotional guidance system also teaches you when to act and when not to. Inspired action feels light, exciting, and natural. Action taken from fear or urgency feels heavy and forced. When you learn to listen to your emotions, you begin to trust the timing of your actions. You stop pushing and start allowing. Allowing does not mean passivity. It means alignment first, action second. When you act from alignment, things flow, people respond, opportunities appear, synchronicities unfold. Life starts cooperating with you instead of feeling like a constant uphill climb. Another key aspect of this teaching is the understanding that contrast is valuable. You didn't come into this world to avoid unwanted experiences entirely. Contrast helps you clarify what you want. It sharpens your preferences. It launches new desires. The emotional guidance system helps you navigate contrast without getting lost in it. When something unwanted happens, your inner being immediately knows what you prefer instead. That desire is already activated. Relief, solutions, and expansion are already in motion. Negative emotion only arises if you focus on the problem rather than allowing yourself to align with the solution that's already forming. This is why Abraham encourages appreciation as a powerful practice. Appreciation softens resistance without effort. It doesn't deny reality. It simply shifts focus to what is working. The more you practice appreciation, the more naturally you align with your broader perspective and the better you feel. Feeling better is not selfish. It's not superficial. According to Abraham, feeling good is your highest contribution. When you are aligned, you're clearer, kinder, more creative, and more effective. You make better decisions. You uplift others without trying. Your presence alone becomes beneficial. The emotional guidance system also teaches you to stop using others as emotional reference points. You don't need approval, validation, or agreement to feel aligned. Your guidance comes from within. The way you feel is the only indicator that truly matters, and it's always available to you. As you begin to live this way, you'll notice that life responds differently. Challenges resolve more smoothly. Conversations improve. Even when things don't go as planned, you recover faster. You don't spiral as deeply or for as long. You trust yourself more, and that trust becomes your foundation. Abraham often reminds us that you didn't come here to fix yourself. You came here to experience, choose, and expand. The emotional guidance system is not about becoming someone else. It's about returning to who you already are. The more you allow yourself to feel good, the more you allow your true nature to shine. This approach to life removes the pressure to figure everything out. You don't need a 10-year plan or perfect clarity. You only need to pay attention to how you feel right now. That's your point of power. That's where change begins. That's where ease lives. When you follow your emotional guidance system consistently, life becomes less about struggle and more about flow. Less about control and more about trust. You start expecting things to work out, and that expectation shapes your experience. Optimism becomes natural, not forced. You may still have moments of doubt, frustration, or fear. That's part of being human. But now, those moments don't define you. They guide you. They gently remind you to realign, to soften, to choose a thought that feels better. And each time you do, you strengthen your connection to your inner guidance. Over time, this becomes second nature. You don't analyze every emotion. You simply notice and adjust. You laugh more. You worry less. You stop taking things so personally. You realize that most of life is meant to be enjoyed, not endured. The emotional guidance system is not about escaping reality. It's about engaging with reality from a place of alignment. From that place, solutions appear, creativity flows, and joy becomes the default setting. Life doesn't become perfect, but it becomes deeply satisfying. As you continue on this path, you may notice that ease attracts ease. When you stop fighting yourself, life stops fighting you. You begin to understand why Abraham calls this an easy life. Not because nothing ever goes wrong, but because you no longer go wrong with yourself. And perhaps the most beautiful part is this: you never lose access to your guidance. No matter how far you think you've wandered, no matter how bad you think you feel, the system is still there, quietly working, patiently waiting for you to notice. One breath, one thought, one moment of relief at a time. This is the secret to an easy life. Listening instead of resisting, allowing instead of forcing, trusting instead of doubting. Your emotions are not the enemy. They are your greatest ally, your most loyal guide, and your constant reminder that well-being is not something you earn someday. It is something you allow right now.